What's up, Kyle?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
Not bad. We're gonna do a thing. This is the cold open period.
This is the cold open period. Well, I'm really glad we're here doing this. I don't know whose intro are we playing when we get out of the cold open?
I don't know. I'll make a decision here in 30 seconds or so.
Seconds. All right. But either way, we got 2 hours of awesomeness. Kyle and I are going to be kicking it back and forward to each other every half hour. Kyle's doing silver and bronze books for $1. I'm doing indie books for $1. We're going to have a good time, so sit back and enjoy.
You're watching Kicking It with Onrie, the live shopping show.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Kicking It with Onrie and Kyle, I suppose. I don't know what Kyle would call his show.
I called it a loud and bald special.
A loud and bald special. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, I'm glad to be here with Kyle today. He has asked me to take the first half hour here. After 30 minutes, we're going to switch it back to Kyle, and then we're just going to kind of keep it going, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Kyle's got an awesome collection. I've had a chance to get a little gander at what he's going to be showing off, so you guys are in for a real treat here. And we're doing this because it's super cold outside in both Ohio and Illinois, and we're crammed inside. So Kyle called me up yesterday and said, let's do a show. And I said, why the heck not? Let's have some fun here. Let's showcase some great comics. Let's give people some good deals. So
apparently it's snowing in Dallas, so it's cold everywhere.
Yeah, there you go. See, it's cold everywhere. There you go. And here's what we're going to do. For those of you who are new to Kicking It, who usually don't catch my show, I'm going to go over all the bottom row stuff here. And then I'm going to start building up racks. Whatever I put up on the racks are going to be dollar books. And when we have, a full rack of books, I might just try and sell them off for a discounted price. What I have here is a long box full of independent books, like mostly Image, Dark Horse, Boom. You might see some real indie stuff, alternative press stuff in here too. It's all just alphabetized from my collection. It's been sitting here for way too long. I don't know what to do with it, so we're just going to pop it off at $1. So let's start off with what I got on the bottom row here, which are mostly $3 books here. I have Uncanny X-Men number 300 going for just $3 here.
Hey guys, is Onrie's video freezing for anybody else, or is it just me?
If it's freezing,
just me, I gotta restart my whole computer. So call me.
Let us know, because I can hardwire in, and if I hardwire in, it should be easier. So if I'm not skipping, we have Uncanny X-Men 300 going for $3 right now. Really cool holofoil cover featuring artwork by Mr. John Romita Jr., the legend. I have Fantastic Four number 194, Doomed by Diablo. This is a really cool newsstand copy. Let's see who worked on this issue. You got Len Wein and Keith Pollard on the plot, Bill Mantlo on the script, Keith Pollard and Dave Hunt on art. So you got a stellar team here for Fantastic Four 194 newsstand copy, going for just $3 right now. $3 on Fantastic Four number 194. We will be getting to those dollar books just as soon as I go over all the bottom row stuff. I just want you guys to see what I got down here. And most of these books are just $3. Captain America number 325. We got a Mike Zeck cover here. Newsstand copy. You got Nomad punching out the slug. This is going to go for $3. Infinity Crusade number 1. Another really cool foil cover here. We got artwork by Ron Lim on the cover. This is going to go for $3. Mike, I'm so glad your Absolute Batman 1 arrived in good shape. Thank you again for the business. You really helped me out, man. I love it.
All right, Onrie, I'll be right back, man. I got to refresh. You're only freezing on my end.
Yep. I have Wolverine number 50 here. We got a die cut cover, which is really cool. Mark Silvestri on the artwork, Larry Hama on the interiors. This again is going to go for $3, and I have a ton of these books in my collection. So if anybody's interested in claiming one, or if we have more people interested in claiming one, I can take care of it. I love these die cut covers. This is really awesome. This is going to go for just $3 today. $3 on Wolverine number 50 from the, I believe, first or second ongoing. I have Batman Man-Bat, an Elseworld story featuring Man-Bat, going for $3. The artwork here is by John Bolton. Jamie Delano on the writing. This is going to go for $3. Next up, I got Incredible Hulk 267. Wrong end of the rainbow. Looks like Hulk is about to face off with all of his adversaries, including the Leader, the Abomination, Rhino, everybody. They're all coming at him. This is going to go for $3, newsstand copy. And then we got Uncanny X-Men 198. This is Life Death Part 2 by Claremont and Barry Windsor Smith. It's going to go for $3. It's yours. G.I. Joe number 80. G.I. Joe number 80 is going to go for $3 for G.I. Joe number 80. Got another Fantastic Four here. This is a really great issue. Fantastic Four number 247, illustrated and written by Mr. John Byrne himself. In this issue, we find out what the inner politics of Latveria is. So King Vladimir was the original king of Latveria, and he was usurped by Doom. And after he was usurped, Doom became the monarch of Latveria. Well, Vladimir had two sons, and eventually they came in and they took power of Latveria, and they started being really cruel to the people of Latveria. So Doom actually recruited the Fantastic Four to help him retake the throne of Latveria, and they agreed to help him because the people were asking for it, because, you know, Doom is so convincing. This is a really great issue. It's going to go for just $3 right now. This is an insanely good price for this book. Next up, I got Absolute Superman number 1, cover A. And now this book's going to be a little bit more pricey, but this is a chance for you to own this book here. I see it going online for about $25 to $30. Let's make this interesting. How about we do it for $20 right now? Anybody who's interested can get their hands on a copy of a first print Absolute Superman number 1 for just $20, as opposed to $25 or $30 on eBay or anywhere else you go look online. There are some people who I've seen selling it for as much as $50. Amazing Spider-Man 329. First appearance of Cosmic Spidey. This is going to go for $3. $3 on this issue. And this is the final chapter of the Cosmic Adventures of Spider-Man. A lot of fun. Illustrated by Eric Larson. I believe it's written by David Michelinie. And it's all really great stuff. Absolute Onrie. That's right. Oh, man. And I got Berserker number 1. We got a Mark Brooks variant cover here. He's not claiming Absolute Onrie. Berserker number 1. We got a foil cover done by Mark Brooks here. It is a variant here, and it's going to go for just $3. I'll take it. I love it. I mean, hey, Absolute is that's the talk of the town right now. Absolute Onrie. Hey, I'll take it. And now I got Battle Beast, the blind bag. This is Battle Beast number 1, a blind bag. We don't know which variant is in here. This is completely sealed. It is bagged and boarded. I'm going to do this for $20 today. So $20 for the Battle Beast blind bag. And then up top, I got a couple cool things here.
Oh, okay. Absolute Onrie. What would your weapon be? Because you've got to have a weird, giant, oversized, spiky weapon. What is it, like a pencil?
It would be a graphic novel.
You're like a writer?
It could be a graphic novel, right? Or
right, is it like a keyboard, like because you're a writer, like a giant spiky keyboard you bash people about the heads with?
That could be it too. Yes, totally. Mike, to answer your question about KO3, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I loved seeing Superman and Shazam coming together. The end, obviously, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, is really promising. I'm really looking forward to issue 4. I really love everything about what DC is doing with KO and their mainline books. I mean, everybody's talking about Absolute Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman, but regular Batman is actually a really damn good book right now. It's got one of the best artists attached to it, Jorge Jimenez, Matt Fraction writing. You can't go wrong with that team. Superman is also fantastic. You got Dan Mora on the artwork. Detective Comics, you got Mikkel Jenin and Tom Taylor on that. Some really great books coming out of DC right now. Honestly, they're knocking it out of the park, at least for me. I'm really enjoying everything that's coming out of DC. I love Marvel too. Captain America has been great. And I'd like to see some of their mainline titles improve. Not to say that they're necessarily horrible, but I feel like we're not getting the best that Marvel can give us right now. I feel like there's some areas that they can improve. And that's
Justice
not
for the X-Men.
What's up?
Justice for the X-Men.
Oh, totally. Justice for the X-Men. I mean,
They've only screwed them over now for the last 8 months.
well, honestly, I just want to see them in their classic costumes, fighting their classic villains. You know, doing what they normally do, and bring on some new villains. It's totally fine. Switch things up. I get it. It's hard to do these things, you know, and at some point things are going to get regurgitated and certain plot points are going to be redone again. But I think it's honestly a matter of how it's done. And right now it's just not meshing with anybody. And that's unfortunate because I think there's some really good stuff. I think there are really good creators attached to these books, particularly the ongoing X-Men series, both of them. You got, I think his name is Daniel Marquez, who's on Uncanny with Gail Simone. His artwork's fantastic. I mean, like, I put him up there with Mora and Jimenez. He's fantastic. He's a great artist. And I don't hate the book itself. I think it's got a really great premise. The regular X-Men series, there's a guy I've been following for a long time, Netho Diaz, who's been jumping in when Stegman hasn't been on the book. He's been filling in for Stegman, and he's fantastic. He's a great artist. He's done a lot of different stuff, and he's really proven that he can handle X-Men. So the art is not my problem at Marvel. I think Marvel is really doing stellar work with the artists they're bringing on. Spider-Man, I've ranted about this for like 30 minutes yesterday on my show on the on my channel, and my problem with Spider-Man has nothing to do with the art. I wouldn't even say it's the writing. I would honestly say it's the editorial direction of the book. So
while you get your first, or you get you start your next set here, Southern Comic Geek, to answer your question, there is a great podcast featuring Ross Ritchie and Mark Bagley, where Ross Ritchie explains exactly what's happening at Marvel in economic terms that people have to that people maybe don't understand if they haven't worked in the business. So it's this really weird thing about how if you're employed, you'd like to stay employed. And that leads to maybe not doing so great. So, all right, Onrie, let's get to the rack, man.
No, this is absolutely right. Okay. Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate it. And that is a great podcast, by the way. I have Omaha the Cat Dancer sealed in the board or in a bag here. It is the first collected volume here. Go for just $15. Garcia, what's going on, dude? Good to see you.
If you have Omaha Cat Dancer not in the bagging board, we need to really worry about it.
Huh.
So that book is weird.
Yes, it is. Very naughty book. And then I got another indie book here called Fistful of Pain. It's also got a die-cut cover, just like that Wolverine 50, and it's about these two sisters who are fighting over their pet dragon. And it's put out by this company called Comics Tribe. Comes with a really nifty bookmark. Custom made.
Nifty.
Beautiful book. It's a hardcover bound book. The ISBN on this is $45, so I'm doing it for $45 today for anyone who is interested. And again, if you spend $50 with me, you are going to get free shipping on your order. So I will take care of it on that front. The last thing I want to pitch you, because we probably have some, I see some new faces here, but most of you guys who have seen me on the experience or on my channel already know about my creator-owned stuff, but why the heck not? I'm going to just show it off here. I have my own comic series that I've worked on called Warline, and Warline is about an old vigilante and his daughter going after the tyrant that destroyed their lives and now controls their city. And it's a 3-issue series, and we managed to complete the whole thing. And every book is double-sized and fully colored. We got the same interior artist, and this is labor of love here. It took us about 5 years to complete this series. We released issue 3 last year, so the whole thing is done. If anybody is interested, the deal I always offer for Warline at conventions and on live sales only is if you buy all 3 issues, it's normally $30 because each book is double size and therefore priced at $10 a pop. I will do all 3 books right now for just $20, and I will sign them for you on the air. That is something I only offer on live sales or at conventions, and I'm considering not even doing it at conventions anymore. So this is just one of those opportunities. And if you haven't checked out any of my creator-owned work, this is an opportunity for you to jump on and learn a little bit more about who I am when I'm not selling comics. So there we go. Now let's get to selling some of these dollar back issues here. And all of this stuff that I'm about to show you right now, we're going to be going through image stuff for a while in alphabetical order. So we're going to start off with Bloodstrike number 2. I actually have 2 copies of it. Number 3 and number 4, number 5, number 7, number 23. We got the pouch. His introduction is in
Ouch.
If you guys don't know the inside joke with that, Liefeld was always criticized for 2 things: the way he drew feet and the fact that he gave every character a bunch of pockets. So he created the pouch, which is really cool. Debuts in this book. And Bloodstrike number 25. Now, as promised, all of these books are going to go for $1 a pop, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 books here. How about we do them all? And don't forget, we got a duplicate here, so technically it's 7 books. But if you take these all off me, including the duplicate, I'll do it for 6. Minus the duplicate, $5 for all these blood strikes. I just want them out of here. If you like some Rob Liefeld stuff from Image, this is the bundle for you. Birthright, I have issue 2, number 3, number 5, and number 6. These 4 books are going to go for, you guessed it, $4. $4 on these. I do have an Absolute Batman number 1 upstairs in my office. I have some variants of it, and I have a couple A covers. The minimum I'm willing to do on my A cover at this point is about $200 now. So I made some deals for some of my regulars, but that was it. So now the 3 remaining that I have are going to go for $200 a pop, but I also have some foil variants, and I have the Jim Lee variant, and I have some other stuff there. So if you're interested, Garcia, I can bring it downstairs while Kyle is doing his stuff. But I do have an Absolute Superman here that I'm offering at a really good deal. This is going to go for just $20 today. If you look this book up online, you're going to spend about $25, $30. I'm taking an additional $5 off in order to stay competitive with the market. I have Bonehead number 1. That's going to go for $1. The Bounce number 1. Number 2. That's going to go for $2. Yeah, no problem. I'll bring them downstairs when I get a chance. Chew number 12. Chew number 12 is $1. For Chew number 12. Clone number 1. I actually have 2 copies of Clone. I actually do have some Valiant Chromiums that they're just in a different box, I think. But I might have some Valiant stuff here. In this box, it's mostly just Image right now, so like I'll see what I can dig up in between. So, all right. I have Clone number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 copies of 5, 2 copies of 6, 2 copies of 7. Got a whole ton of them. 8 and 9. So, in light of the fact that we're doing, I doubt it's a book about UT James. So let's create 2 bundles here. We'll do a full bundle here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 through 9. Okay. So this will be our 1 through 9 bundle. Right. Okay. And then I have two number ones here. One must be a variant. Okay. So this is 1 through 9. If you decide you want 1 through 9, I'll do 1 through 9 for $5. 1 through 9 a clone for $5. This stuff just needs to go. I don't want it sitting here anymore. I've had these books for like a long time. And then I have 1, 5, 6, and 7. 4 books here. I'll do them for $4. And then I got Core number 9. That's going to go for $1. Crude number 1 by Steve Orlando and Gary Brown. That's going to go for $1.
Crude is really good.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about it?
It is a think Landman in the future.
Okay. Love the cover, by the way. Really cool.
It really is about, a planet who has ruined its natural resources and all of the mishigas that goes there, but it happens so far in the future that it also has a really nice sci-fi bent.
Let's look at some of the artwork inside, since we got a couple minutes here.
Hey, are your kids like running above you? Can you hear it in your house?
Yes.
Okay, so I got these brand new headphones that I'm wearing for the first time.
And
they have incredible low end, and I can hear two sets of footsteps. Like,
yeah,
like, what is that sound? Did we have an earthquake?
Alan's the thunder stomper.
I love it.
Max is chill. He just hangs out. All right, I got Crypt number 2 going for $1. Cyberforce number 2. I actually have another Cyberforce number 1 here. This is a different series, number 1 and 2 by Silvestri and 3. And then I have Cyberforce 0 and another Cyberforce 1. If you want my Cyberforce bundle here, we've got 1, 2, 3, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 books. I'll do them all for $5. What's up, Katrina? Yeah, you can't get it up to me this week.
Oh, and don't worry, he's still got another hour of this. So,
oh my gosh. Well, I like being here. I'm having fun.
No.
And I appreciate you. This is all Kyle's fault, so everybody can blame him. You guys all blame Kyle for the fact that you're seeing me for an extra 2 hours this week.
If it happens on the EXP, it's my fault. It's always my fault.
Yeah, Bentley's like super chill. He's just such a chill dog. So he's probably upstairs with Alan right now. He usually hangs out with Alan upstairs, and then when he comes downstairs to the basement, he jumps on Max. He's lately, like, when he sees the kids, he's more attached to the kids, and I love that. I'm glad that he spreads his love to the kids. That's great. Cybernary number 2. This is why dogs are awesome. Cybernary number 3. So we got 2 and 3 going for just $2. No, I'm sorry. This was so last minute, Katrina. This was like Kyle messaged me yesterday and he goes, "Hey, you want to do a show tomorrow?" I'm like, "Yeah, why not? I'm not doing anything." Dante by Matt Hawkins and Derek Robertson. I'm not seeing which issue number it is. This is going to go for $1.
It's a one shot.
So the one shot. There you go.
Yeah, so there's only the one Dante, and that is Hawkins' take on Dante's Inferno.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's set in like Gangland, LA.
It's only going for $1. That's it.
It's Dante's Inferno set in Gangland, LA.
Oh, it's set in Gangland, LA. Dark Corridor number 1 and Dark Corridor number 2. Number 1 and 2 of Dark Corridor are going to go for $2. 1 and 2, $2. Dark Minds number 4, $1. Days of Hate, chapter 1 of 12. That's going to go for $1. The Days of Hate. This is cool. It kind of reminds me.
Days of Hate. I'm trying to remember. That was some.
It looks like Alex Maleev, but it's actually Al Shkat.
Yeah. early Alice Scott.
Yeah. His name is actually Ailsh. It's spelled Alice, but he goes by Ailsh. I found this out from Challengers a number of years ago.
Listen, you're lucky I don't call you Onrie, okay?
Yeah,
like,
well,
I don't know
hey,
how to pronounce names that aren't
I'm lucky I don't go by Onrie.
right. I'll be honest. Whenever I say your name into anything, like we're doing, doing transcription for the EXP, it's Henri. So I mean,
Yeah. But you would never think his name was Ailsh. You know what I mean? Like the way it's spelled, you're pronouncing it right.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alice, Ailes,
Alice,
mm-hmm.
but Ailsh. Interesting guy. Wrote MODOK for a hot minute.
Mm-hmm. He also wrote the great series Loser.
What's he
and
doing?
Zero.
Yeah, and Zero.
No, I have to look that up. Let me look that up while you show some more books.
Yeah, I haven't seen him on anything lately. Dead at 17, The Blasphemy Throne, #1 and #2. You guys remember Dead at 21? That was a great show. I think he was like Welsh or something. Like I met him once at Emerald City Comic Con, like very briefly, but that was it. Hey, you thought Beck saying Loser.
Nothing currently, Onrie.
Nothing, huh? He must be working
Nothing currently.
Movies or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
Deadly Class, #4, $1. Death of Love, #1, $1. Death Mate, $1. Death or Glory by Remender and Bengal, #1 is going to go for $1. Death Vigil, #3 is $1. Debris, #1 is $1. Descender, #2 is $1. Demonic, #1 is $1. Desperado Primer, that's a interesting cover. She doesn't know how to use the 3 seashells, Kyle. Get my Demolition Man reference?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
She knows how to use those too, though. Otherwise,
yes.
you couldn't show that book on the internet.
True. This is very true. This on 9 I can't even dissonance. This is gonna go for $1.
By the way, Ail Scott is Czech.
He's from Czech.
Yeah, he's a Czech American comic book writer.
There we go. We figured it out. Okay. So we got one more minute before I have to kick it back to Kyle. And Kyle, I'm going to run upstairs real quick while you do your thing here. I'm going to show off one more book, Die, 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 #2. That's going to go for $1. You got an entire rack here of image books from B to D going for $1 a piece. If you want to just take this entire stack of books right now, I will do everything. All of these books plus all of this for $12. $12 gets you everything. I want this stuff off to a better place because I've had these books for a long time. I don't even know when to show them off anymore. I'd rather them have a better home. You got a lot of #1s, a lot of opportunities here to explore some of the cooler titles from Image Comics. Everything going for $12. That's everything on this rack plus the stuff on the top row up there.
All right.
And Kyle, go ahead, man. I think it's your turn. You do this now.
Right. So Onrie is doing mostly newer stuff. I'm going to do the opposite of that, aka mostly older stuff. So the way this is going to work is every book's $1, or you can claim a whole row for this many dollars, aka $5. So We'll just start again. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, number 223. Superboy and Legion of Superheroes, number 223. Obviously, you know, when you're talking about late silver, early bronze, normally this book would be $1, but it's, you know, it's $1 condition. You can see, you know, kind of why. It's $1. Superboy and Legion of Superheroes, 224. Also $1. Also not in the world's greatest condition, but it's totally good if you're looking to fill out a run or you're looking for a reader. Superboy and Legion of Superheroes 226. Talk about a fashion icon. Dawn Star for $1. Superboy and Legion of Superheroes 231. For $1. Superboy and Legion of Superheroes 240. I guess technically this is a bondage cover, but it's like, you know, kind of a weird one because like none of those people would actually have a problem with chains if it wasn't for, you know, that guy. That's $1. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. This is number 244. This is the Whitman version of Superman or Superboy and Legion of Superheroes 244 for $1. So now you can see there's 6 books across this top row, all 6 for $5 if you want them. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes 245 with the world's biggest Shriner. $245 for $1. Do you want to see the bondage cover, Katie? Because it's kind of a lame bondage cover, but it is a bondage cover. Superboy and Legion of Superheroes 246 for $1. Hands of Shang-Chi. Hands of Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu. Number 50 for $1. Hands of Shang-Chi, Master of Kung Fu, number 95. This is the one where he kicks a guy in the throat and his whole foot like just disappears. Like, where did his foot go? Like, there's a level of physics that just doesn't work here. And Masters of Hands of Shang-Chi, number 95. Masters of Kung Fu, number 95 for $1. Okay. This guy was an all-new character from the sensational NBC television series, which I have never heard of. Now, you guys who are regularly on my show know my weird, like, trivia base, but here we go. The Man from Atlantis, number 4, Beware the Killer Spores. What? Anyhow, it's $1. I have 2 copies. If 2 people want The Man from Atlantis, number 4, you can absolutely get it. And now we're into something that we all know all too well. Regular-sized Man-Thing. This is regular-sized Man-Thing. This is Man-Thing number 7. Man-Thing volume 2, number 7. For $1. It was Patrick Duffy? Like after he got killed on Dallas or before? Anyway. How about regular size Man-Thing Swamp Fire? Number 1, how does a swamp catch on fire? I don't know, but there's a motorcycle and a guy who's not Ghost Rider. So I'm not 100% sure how that's supposed to work. But that's the Man-Thing number 10. So again, you got 6 books right there. Or did I manage to get 7 on that rack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I managed to get 7 there. 7 books for $5. We'll keep rolling. Regular size Man-Thing. Himalayan Nightmare. Man-Thing number 2. Man-Thing number 2. This is the direct market edition. Man-Thing number 2 for $1. Marvel 2-in-1. The Thing and Human Torch. Last Word, The Thing and the Human Torch. Marvel 2-in-1 number 89. For $1. Marvel 2-in-1 number 80. The Thing and Ghost Rider. Death Race. Yes, they're racing. Why does the Thing have a motorcycle that's made out of missiles? I do not know. But Death Race between the Thing and Ghost Rider. Marvel 2-in-1 number 80 for $1. Marvel 2-in-1 number 72. The Thing and the Inhumans. The Sinister Secret of Maelstrom. Now, some of these books are actually in pretty good condition. They're just not like super sought after, so they're $1. I'm not gonna wait. I didn't want to bag and board stuff that was like $4, so we're giving it to you guys at $1. Marvel 2-in-1. This book has good collars. If you know, you know. Whatever Happened to Counter Earth, also featuring Starhawk the Cosmic Guardian. Marvel 2-in-1 number 62. There are your collars. Marvel 2-in-1 number 62. Whatever Happened to Counter Earth for $1. Marvel 2-in-1 number 59. The Thing and the Human Torch. The Thing and the Human Torch. Towering Infernos. I have 2 copies of this, so if 2 people were to want, I have a direct market and a newsstand edition of 59. So if 2 people were to want it, they could both get it. And again, we've got 6 books here for $5. Marvel 2-in-1 number 54, The Thing and Deathlock. Blood and Bionics. The Saga of Project Pegasus. $1. New Teen Titans. This is a first appearance in this book, but it's not a first appearance I've ever heard of. But it is George Perez covers and interiors by George Perez, written by Marv Wolfman. So this is a Wolfman and Perez. New Teen Titans number 22. New Teen Titans 22 for just $1. New Teen Titans number 11. For $1. New Teen Titans Clash of the Titans. This is New Teen Titans number 12. New Teen Titans number 12. Great battle cover there. I don't know why superheroes always line up before going into battle, but sure enough, they do. That's $1. New Teen Titans number 32. This is the first appearance of Thunder and Lightning. So when AC/DC crashed the Teen Titans, Thunder and Lightning. For $1. And New Teen Titans number 36. The Final Fate of Thunder and Lightning. This is Last Thunder and Lightning. And by this point, what's her name? Already kind of looks like maybe she should put some more clothes on. New Teen Titans number what is that, 36? Don't you think she should put some more clothes on? Anyway, for $1. So we've got 25 books on the board. Claim all 25 for $20 or 6 books for $5 if you want them. Otherwise, they're $1 a piece. Give you guys a couple of seconds to look at that board while I grab a swig of Gatorade here, and then we'll start covering up the top row. All right. New Teen Titans, number 50. This is an anniversary 50th issue. Who is Wonder Girl? Part 104. New Teen Titans, number 50. Who is Wonder Girl? Part 104. The official Marvel Index 2. Marvel Team Up featuring Spider-Man, number 1. For $1. All right. This is a book about a pig. If you don't know what book that is by this point, you don't know what I have on my shows very well. Cerebus 100. Cerebus 100. Only $1. And it's a white cover, and it hasn't been bagged and boarded. You know what happens when you do that. You get cover rub. But it's Cerebus 110. It's a white cover. Cerebus 110. All right. DC, they're back in their own magazine. This is the Challengers of the Unknown, number 81. Challengers of the Unknown, number 81. For $1. And we'll do another white cover. This one's more modern. Dan Jurgens and Jerry Ordway written. What year did this come out? This was 1994. The End of Today is 0 Hour, number 0. 0 Hour, number 0, part of Crisis in Time from DC Comics for $1. Again, you can claim that whole row for $5. That's 6 books for $5. See, and that's the thing, like, Katie, you're not a regular over on my shows, so you might not know this, but this is primarily what I deal in, are books of this age. And you never see me do dollar books, ever. Because so much of the books of this age have, intrinsic value or, have higher value. So doing them for $1 is, it's kind of a steal, but also because these books are worth $1 in the condition they're in. So, like, here's a prime example. This is a key, but unfortunately, it is a key that has seen better days. Captain Marvel 51. The Hour of Flame and Frost. First appearance of Mercutio. $1. Captain Marvel number 44. Alone Against Drax the Destroyer. So that is the Drax the Destroyer. You know him of fake Guardians of the Galaxy fame. For $1. And I have to say that because I have some of these books that have the real Guardians of the Galaxy in them. All right. Captain Marvel number 40. This is The Man Called Marvel, Victim of Cosmic Possession. You must read Star Leech. Again, you can see kind of the condition they're in. But again, you don't see books like this for $1 ever. Okay, here's a book that's actually a major key. This is Marvel Double Feature number 1 featuring Iron Man and Captain America. Marvel Double Feature number 1 featuring Iron Man and Captain America, but it's $1 because of that corner. Marvel's Greatest Comics number 80 featuring the Fantastic Four. The Torch battles the Inhumans, Fantastic Four, in Marvel's Greatest Comics number 80. And we'll finish off this row with Marvel's Greatest Comics number 49, What Lurks Behind the Beehive. I don't know, but that doesn't look like beehive hair, so I don't know what beehive they're talking about. Marvel's Greatest Comics featuring the Fantastic Four, number 49. All right. Marvel's Greatest Comics featuring the Fantastic Four and someone who is primarily thought of as a Black Panther bad guy. The Claw. Fantastic Marvel's Greatest Comics featuring Fantastic Four 43, featuring the mysterious Master of Sound, Claw, for $1. Marvel Super Action starring Captain America. Marvel Super Action number 1. You got your Captain America. Excuse me, your Black Panther, your Giant Man, your Iron Man, your Thor, your your Namor, and I can never think of her name in the moment, but that's Marvel Super Action number 1 for $1. Marvel Superheroes featuring the Incredible Hulk. Sincerely Yours, Sandman. Featuring the fearful fate of Betty Ross. If the girl falls, you die. Marvel Superheroes 88. That's a book that's just got a roll in it. Like it's in gorgeous shape, but it's rolled. Marvel Spotlight. Marvel Spotlight on Captain Marvel number 1. Marvel Spotlight number 1 featuring Captain Marvel. That's $1. The Predator, or Predator if you prefer. By the way, this does still have the weird cardboard insert in it, which I like to make sure you have the trading cards, the uncut trading cards. Anyway, Predator versus Magnus Robot Fighter. Number 2. That is a Dark Horse Valiant crossover. And more Predator. Predator Cold War number 1 from Dark Horse for $1. Predator Cold War number 2 for $1. Predator Cold War number 3 for $1. By the way, I have a full run of Predator Cold War for $1. That's Predator Cold War number 4 of a 4-part miniseries. Then we have Predator and the Bloody Sands of Time. Number 1.
Wow, those Predator books. Sorry, Kyle, I just got back downstairs. Those Dark Horse Predator books are really badass. You're selling those for $1 a piece?
I am.
And did I hear that you had a Cold War going for $4 for the entire run?
I did.
Just so you guys know, I sold the Cold War stack for $15. $4 for an entire run of a book. Kyle, you're crazy for charging so little on that. Like literally, dude. That I wouldn't do that.
Well, we're going to wrap up our Predator with Bloody Sands of Time #2.
You know who I got to meet last week? Chris Warner, who was the artist on a lot of those Predator books.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let me see. I think I have somewhere. Nope. Watch, I'll come across it like later on in the show. I think I have another Predator book. But what we're gonna do, because that would be anyhow. Sorry, I'm mathing in my head. So okay. We're gonna do this. This is Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen 151. You know, the one where Jimmy Olsen has to deal with giant crickets or grasshoppers from space. Anyhow, for $1. And I will throw this one up for $1. This is actually, again, in better shape. This is a key that people hunt. It's Jack Kirby. I do believe written and drawn by Jack Kirby. Jimmy Olsen, Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen 142, featuring the vampire. We'll do that one for $1. So right now, guys, on the rack, right, we're doing 6 for $5, but I've got 50 books on the rack. So 50 books on the rack would be $40. 50 books for $40 if you clear the rack right now. So you're getting 10 books essentially for free, which you could say, you know, the Predators and, you know, some of the other really cool Silver Age stuff that's in there for free if you claim them right now. I got about 8 minutes left, 5 minutes left, somewhere in there, before I hand the reins back over to Onrie. So this is a good chance to clear the board. Do you want, for the next couple of minutes, to see some books that aren't $1? I could do that. But you just got to tell me. Otherwise, we can keep going through the dollar pile. I can get the Conan the O'Briens, the Red Sonjas. Ooh, here's what we'll do. Here's what I'll show you in the interims. While I wait for you guys to tell me what you want to see. The Chalice issue? Which one do you want? TJ? Oh, Challengers? Let me know, TJ, if that's what you mean. Here we go. I have 2 copies. Direct market and newsstand. Raiders of the Lost Ark #2. And I have a direct market and newsstand copy of Raiders of the Lost Ark #3. There is a Raiders of the Lost Ark #1, but it is in the other pile because it is a not $1 book. I got you, TJ, because now we've got more than we made up for the change there in the what are you looking for? The number of books. So there's now 51 books on the rack for $40. If somebody wants to claim the whole rack in the next 5 minutes. To add a couple more books to the rack, though. See if we can get up to like 55. So we got Deadshot Beginnings #1. Deadshot Beginnings #1 for $1. And a book from an imprint thing that the number of people who can't pronounce makes me absolutely batty. So this is from Amalgam or Amalgam. Excuse me, Doctor Strange Fate #1. So either Doctor Strange is a telepath or Dr. Fate is the Sorcerer Supreme. You got to decide in Doctor Strange Fate #1 from Amalgam. Mighty Marvel Westerns, number 27. Featuring the Rawhide Kid, Matt Slade, and the Two Gun Kid. Strange Fate goes to TJ. All right. Anthony Johnson, Roberto Latore, Marco Cicchetto. Shadowland After the Fall, #1 for $1. It's a Daredevil book. Here's a DC Comics Presents that really needs a press. And it would help it, but it's got a pretty significant role in it. Again, this is from somebody who didn't bag and board. This is DC Comics Presents number 60, Superman and the Guardians of the Universe, legally distinct from the Guardians of the Galaxy. All right. So that gets us to like 54 books on the rack. We'll get up to 55 for $40 by throwing on. I have no idea, but it's by Will Shetterly, John M. Ford, and Vince Stone from Steel Dragon Press. Captain Confederacy, #9. Captain Confederacy. So we're up to 55 books on the rack, at least for $40. Claim the whole rack in the next minute or so. Otherwise, I'm clearing the rack off, and we will start rebuilding next time it's my turn. But in the meantime, you can claim the whole rack for $50 right now, including all of those Predators, including several Captain Marvels, including a bunch of Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes Silver Age, Marvel Western Silver Age, Silver Age, Jack Kirby Superboy, or Jimmy Olsen, sorry, Marvel's Greatest Comics with the Fantastic Four. You've got regular sized Man-Thing, Marvel 2-in-1s, New Teen Titans with Wolfman and Perez. Last call on those. All right. Well, Onrie, are you ready?
I am ready, Kyle. Let's do this.
Okay.
You had some really cool stuff up there. So, I had some inquiries about Absolute Batman #1 and some of the variants that I have. So, we're going to price these out right now. We'll start off with the Jim Lee variant of Absolute Batman #1, which is in near mint condition. Jim Lee foil. It's a foil variant too, just so you guys know. And first price I'm seeing is $125, $135, $125, $119, and then I see someone selling it for $70. So I'll always go off.
What do the sold listings say?
Let's look at the sold listings.
Because anybody can ask anything, but what's it selling for? Because I'm guessing it's higher than that.
Last one sold for $110. One sold for $215, but it was signed by Jim Lee. So the last one that sold for $110. Another one sold for $90. So let's make this interesting. I'll do this for $80 right now. Better yet, I'll make it even more interesting. $75 and it's yours. If I don't sell another book this entire show, I'll be fine. But if anybody's interested, we got this spoil here going for $75. Show me where you're going to get it cheaper. $75, it's yours. And I'll give you free shipping on it.
You aren't going to get it cheaper.
You're not going to get
And
it cheaper.
if I were selling it to be $100, and you could take it or leave it.
Yep.
So,
And I don't mind holding on to it either, you know?
right. But that's why I don't deal in new books.
Yeah. Yeah. Next up, I got the Noir edition, which is sold from $25 up to $50. The most recent copy sold for $25. I'll do it for $25. That's fine with me. I could stick at 25. $25 on this. And then I got a cover A right here because someone was asking about it. Okay, hold on a second. One moment here, guys. Cover A. There's one that sold with moisture damage. Ours doesn't have moisture damage. It's just a wow. Okay, that was a complete set. Let's see what it is selling for. Okay, well, CGC sold for $300 at a 9.8. So if we were to say this was a high grade, what would you sell this at, Kyle?
First print number 1. I wouldn't let it go for any less than 2 1/4.
Yeah, I'll do 2. I'll do 200 if anybody's interested.
Especially because you see auctions now going for north of 325, 330.
Yep.
On the electronic bays, and you see it in shops anywhere from 200 to 250. So I would go 2 1/4.
Yep. Okay, let's see. The next one I have is a Dracota foil. I'm trying to see what it sold for. There we go. First print by Dracota. Foil variant. That one sold for $150. I'll do it for $125. So $125. It's all first printings. Everything is first printings. I bought all these variants on the days the books came out. So these are all first printings. And then I have a number 2 variant here by Jay Lee. So we got a Jay Lee variant on number 2. And let's see what I got on the Jay Lee. Some really cool covers for this too, by the way. Okay, the Jay Lee variant sold for $20. So I'll do it for 15. Make this crazy. Doing lower prices than eBay on their sold. You guys can check this. You can verify this. All right, I'm giving you the lowest prices you can get on these books right now. All right. Earlier, I was offering all of these books on the rack here for $1 a pop. If you wanted to get all the indie books that I showed off, it would have been $12 for all of them. If no one's claiming them, I'm going to take them all down right now, and we're going to keep moving here. You guys got me for another 30 minutes, and then Kyle is going to close out the rest of the show here. So we have had 0 claims in the first hour here for me.
I have 2.
You have 2, but I had
TJ James got a Doctor Strange Fate and a Challengers of the Unknown.
Awesome. He's very lucky. You got some really good stuff up on there, Kyle. So
I think maybe we'll do keys when we come back. I don't know. I haven't decided.
Why not? Might as well. But again, I'm at 0 claims right now. So I'd love to get a little. I'd love to get some of your business. I'd love to work with you guys. We're going to keep going with these dollar image books here. Someone was asking about Valiant stuff earlier. Let me just kind of skip to the end here and see what else. Yeah, this is all image series here. If you're looking for something specific, why don't we do this? If you're looking for a specific image series, just let me know and I'll bust it out for you. In the meantime, I'll start off with this book here, The Discipline #1. You all rack a Discipline. You can get Discipline #1 for $1. Lots of absolute Batman. Okay. What else do I have here? Big box full of alternative press books here for you sports fans. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Really
Check
big
the
box.
legs on your table. That looked a little sketchy.
Yeah, it is. It's very sketchy. Hold on. Let me put them in. This box is so heavy too, Kyle.
Yeah, no, that's true. But like, it feels like maybe your legs are not locked out on your table.
No, they're locked out. They're fine. We're good. Okay. Thank you, though. If it falls over, then you get to tell me I told you so.
Then I go, ha ha.
Yeah, exactly. You get to do that. All right, I have Dick's #1 going for $1. Fashion Beast #1 going for $1.
Dick's and Fashion Beast, huh? You're targeting a certain demographic, aren't you?
Totally. Oh, it gets better here. Super God by Warren Ellis and Gary Gastini. We got the issue 1 wrap, #2, 3, 4, and 5 wraparound covers, all going for just $5 for the whole thing. And then I have Uber by Kieran Gillen going for $1.
Uber is very good.
And it's illustrated by Kanan White, who did some Warline covers for me. It did. Go figure. It can only happen on the coldest day in Chicago's history. It's actually colder than Antarctica here today.
Yeah, but it's not colder there than it is where Lyle is. Lyle chimed in at -56.
Any ghost machine? Yes. The question is, where is my ghost machine? But yes, I did have a bunch of ghost machines somewhere. Hold on. Hold, please. There is ghost machine.
Makes joke that only Kyle understands because he talks to the people at Ghost Machine 3 days a week about how we're lucky there's any Ghost Machine. Hell, no, I'm kidding.
He's my ghost machine.
Everybody, if you have any input or you could have any weight over Jeff, tell him to sit and write. Make all our lives easier.
Yeah, I'll sit down and write once I find these other books here that I'm looking for. What?
Well, no, like Jeff Johns needs to sit and write.
Oh, you were talking about John. Sorry. I thought you
Yes.
thought you were taking
No,
it up to me.
No,
Sorry.
if anybody has any power over Jeff Johns, tell him to sit and write. There are deadlines that we can't hit because, well, we're waiting on him. I love him. He's a great guy. Really great creator. Really fun dude to work with. But, like, bruh.
Okay, so TJ, yes, I do have a whole bunch of Ghost Machine books, but they have eluded me at the moment because, of course, it has to happen when I'm on the air. So, unfortunately, I don't have it right now. But I do have Uber #1, #2. I didn't know Kanan worked on this. #3 and #4. You can get all 4 of these books here, plus the other one I showed off for just $5.
I remember it must have been C2E2, shoot, 2017, 2018.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it was earlier than that, and my memory is just that bad. But they were handing out free copies of Uber, trying to promote it. Yeah, well, trying to get retailers to buy in on it. And I remember going, "Oh, hey, it's Kanan White. That's dope." And everyone's like, who is that? I'm like, you'll see.
No, he's great. He's amazing. I've really enjoyed working with Kanan. He's always been very fast to deliver and just does such incredible work. Seriously, if you can get anything by Kanan for this cheap, you should totally jump on it. Get all 5 issues of Uber for just $5. I have Mark Miller, the Unfunnies, number 1, number 2, going for just $2. Wormwood, The Last Battle, issue 2 is going to go for $1. American Ronin, number 1 is going to go for $1. The Resistance, number 1 of 6, number 2 of 6, number 3 of 6, 4 of 6. You get all 4 of these issues for just $4 for The Resistance. So I just finished Stranger Things season 4 with the kids last night, and now we're moving on to season 5. So soon I'll be hip to what all the other kids are hip to. Fighting American, Dogs of War, number 2 is $1. Doctor Who number 10 is $1.
Doctor Who and Doctor Strange are very different people.
Yes, they are. Very, very different. Bravest Warriors, number 8 from Kaboom. That's $1.
Do you guys know the story behind Fighting American?
No, I don't.
So at one point, Marvel wanted Captain America to do less Nazi punching because we were into the Cold War and they wanted more communist punching. And they started trying to tell Kirby and Joe Simon what to do with the character. And they're like, screw that. We don't want to. And Marvel was like, then we won't let you make him anymore. And they're like, fine, we'll go make somebody else. And they made Fighting American, which is just Captain America with a different name.
And there you have it.
But the whole book exists out of spite because Jack got mad at Stan.
That's interesting. $10 on the J. Lee, and I had it at 20. Could you meet me in the middle at 15, Mike? Can we do 15 on that? If we could do 15, you got a deal on that. I'll happily make that deal. Because I think I'm probably into this. Yeah, I'm into this for $6. So I'd like to at least double or All right, we got it at 15. Thank you very much. We got a deal here, brother. Sweet. And you guys can see, like I did with Mike, like I'll do with anybody here. If you want to work with me on pricing, that's totally fine. I will work with you guys. We can negotiate on some of these bigger books because, truth be told, at the end of the day, I'm here for you guys, and I want you guys to have these books. I'm not trying to gatekeep you from having them and stick to these prices unless I'm into them for a point where I just can't make it work. But most of the time, I'll either honor your offer or I'll meet you somewhere in the middle. And if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. But we try it, But in this case, I'm glad it worked, and I'm always happy to do this with you guys. I want you to have these books. That's why they're up here. Death Be Damned number 1 is going to go for $1. He tried to revive Captain America, or American Dog.
No, Fighting American.
Fighting American.
Yeah, it was that. Listen, that whole book has been nothing but litigious since the beginning of the Bronze Age of comics. Like every time it comes out, somebody gets sued, somebody gets their feelings hurt, somebody gets yelled at, and it goes away, even though it's pretty great. But back in the silver and golden age when they were doing it, oh my God, was it great.
Just wasn't people weren't having it. Deathman.
Oh, you could just go ahead.
No, sorry, go ahead, Kyle.
No, you could just tell the amount of pettiness that went into that book, and it made it so good.
That's interesting. You know, I love your knowledge base of independent stuff, like totally trumps mine, because you're actively going out there and reading like a lot of this stuff. Like, whereas with my reading, I do read independent stuff, but it kind of has to come at me at the right time, just because so much of my budget goes towards the Marvel and DC stuff for my personal reading, and I'm also that kind of reader. I'm just invested in that stuff more. But I mean, I do read independent stuff, but just not. I'm not as like well versed in it as you are. And
it really helps when you can write off your comic book addiction on your taxes.
Yes, this is true. This is very true. Deathmatch number 1 and 2 from Boom, written by Paul Jenkins and Carlos Magno, going for just $2. We're doing a lot of Boom books right now.
Yeah, it really helps to read stuff you wouldn't otherwise read when you're like, well, I'm not really paying for it.
Yeah. No, totally. I agree. Escape from New York, number 1, went for $1. Evil Empire from Boom Studios, number 3, going for $1. Fanboys versus Zombies, number 1 is $1.
So great. Zombies attack Comic-Con, basically. And it's cosplayers and all the people like at San Diego Comic-Con trying to survive a zombie apocalypse. But what would happen if that had happened at the height of the Walking Dead popularity and you couldn't tell who was an actual zombie and who was a zombie cosplayer?
That's pretty freaky. That is super freaky. I have Feathers, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The entire series. It's a 6-issue series. You get all of Feathers. Do it all for $5. How's that sound? $5 on all of Feathers. I didn't realize I had some of this stuff. And I'm sure some of this stuff is actually probably going for more than what I'm selling it for. Let's see. The Killer, number 3 of 6, and number 4 of 6. It's going to go for $2. No problem. Garcia, I can show them off again. So I have the foil Jim Lee, which I'll do for $75 right now. That's the cheapest price you're going to find it here or online. Absolute Batman, the Noir edition, I'll do for $25. I guess it's $25. I have the A cover 1A going for $200. Kyle was telling me $225, but I decided to do $200. And then I have the foil A cover, which I'm going to do for just $100. And these are all prices that are competitive with eBay. So let me know if you're interested in any of them. I know they're big ask. We can work on it together. If you want to pay in installments, we can do that too. I know it's a tough time right now. Maybe you want to pay like 30% down and then pay as you go. That's fine with me. I'm okay with that. Xerxes, The Fall of the House of Darius and the Rise of Alexander. It's a wraparound cover here by Frank Miller. This is basically the 300 sequel, the comic book adaptation. This is from Dark Horse. We're jumping into some Dark Horse territory here. Oh. Fortunately, I wasn't able to get to my Valiant collection here, but I do have it. Absolute Onrie, that's right. Zero Killer number 1. Number 2, that's going to go for $2. The Corpses number 0 from Devil's Due. It's going to go for $1. I have all but the cover A version. Okay. And it's a foil too. G.I. Joe from DDP, number 28 is going to go for $1. Mercy Sparks under new management is going to go for $1. I didn't see you. Oh, I gave you Doctor Who. I already got you on that claim. You want to take feathers as well? I got you. Of course you got a Doctor Who. I just didn't acknowledge it. I'm sorry. I think I was probably mid-rant or something. So, all right. Katrina's taking feathers. Sorry, Katrina. No, I got you. The second you claimed it, believe me, if you make a claim on this show, I will hear you. I apologize. We got you. And Kyle's probably taking a minute just to, refocus himself before he goes back on the air. And
Kyle is pounding Gatorade.
Oh, Kyle's pounding Gatorade. There you go. Let's see. Ooh, I have some other cool stuff here. This you guys are gonna like a lot. This is the book that helped launch Robert Kirkman's career. And no, it's not Walking Dead. It's Battle Pope. I have number 2 and Tony Moore, by the way. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 12. I will do all of these for $1 a pop, which is insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. $5 on the Battle Popes. Beauty number 1 is going to go for $1. Beauty number 1 is $1. We're back to image. We're going to bust out some Dark Horse stuff right now. Dark Horse Classics, The Last of the Mohicans is going to go for $1. Okay, Beauty is up to Mike. Got it. Mayhem number 2 is $1. Out of the Vortex number 2, number 3. We have another 3 here. And number 4, it's going to go for $4. Castaways by Matt Kint and Scott Collins. I'm not sure which issue this is. Number 1. That's $1. RoboCop 3. This is the comic book adaptation of RoboCop 3 going for $1. I actually like RoboCop 3. Yeah, it was a little less on the insane violence, but I like the story. I wasn't bothered by it. Thought it had some good moments. Here's a cool series here. Secret History. This was by Archaea that eventually got bought out by Boom. Sorry, not Doom. Boom. Book 8, Book 9, Book 10, and number 11. And you can get them all right now for just $4. The deals that I've done on this show today are just crazy deals. I should really look up the prices of some of these books. Let's see. Some Dark Horse Presents here. Number 8 and number 35 going for just $2. $2 on these. These down here. And just so you guys know, I haven't even gone through half of this stuff. I wouldn't even say I went through a quarter of it. Okay, here's something else here. Cage Hero by Kevin Eastman from Dynamite. That's going to go for $1. Chaos by Tim Seeley and Mirka Andolfo. We got number 2, 3, and 4. I actually have 2 copies of 4 here. I'll do them all for just $4. If you don't want them with the duplicate, it's $3. See what else I got here. Tarzan, The Rivers of Blood, number 4 of 8 is $1. The Steam Man, number 1 is going to go for $1. Victories, number 1 of 5 is $1. X, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 0. That's going to go for $4 on those. I have Super Zero number 1 and number 2 from Aftershock, going for $2. The Unholy Grail number 1, 2, and 5. That's going to go for $3. I'm going to take these Absolute Batmans down just so we can make room for the final stack here. We Live number 1 is going to go for $1. Clan Killers number 1 is $1. Chimichanga number 2 is $1. And 3. We have number 2 and 3 of Chimichanga back to back. So here's number 2. This is number 3. We have both for $2. And then finally, what should our last book be? Let's take a look here. What should our last book be? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 26. That's going to go for $1. Okay, here's the deal. If you guys want this double rack here, I'll do it all for $20. All of it for $20. It's $10 a rack. Why? Because I don't have any more. I don't want to put this stuff away. I don't want to have to alphabetize this stuff. This is part of an alphabetized inventory. I don't want to deal with this stuff anymore. I'm offering it at a crazy low price. You give me $20 and every freaking book on this wall is yours on these racks, on these 2 racks. And you guys can take some time to think about that because we're about to kick it back over to Kyle here. I'm going to step away for just a moment, but I'll come back here. If you guys have any questions in the meantime, you want to throw me any offers, particularly on the Absolute Batmans, let me know. I want your business. I want you to have these books. I want you to be happy. Chimichanga is off to Katrina. All right, Kyle, I think it is.
Before we jump over, though, real quick, tonight on CBSN, Miss Jen has a live show. Our friend Miss Jen. Mm-hmm. She asked me to mention it to everybody. The whole show is Mark Jewelers variants.
That's awesome.
Every book on the show is Mark Jewelers.
That is awesome.
So if you're into Mark Jewelers, make sure you head over there tonight at, is it 8 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Eastern? I don't remember exactly what time. But
I think it's 8 o'clock Central time.
Right. So 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock Central for Miss Jen's Mark Jewelers.
Awesome.
Cool.
All
right.
Thanks, my man.
All right. So here's what we're going to do, guys. There wasn't a whole lot of interest in the $1 books, which fine. No big deal. I can sell those at conventions for $2 all day long. So I'm going to offer you guys keys and minor keys and books that are worth more money than $1. So this is Wonder Woman Wonder Woman 269. This is $9. It has a date stamp, and on the back there's a pen scribble. The date stamp you can kind of see is where is it? It's right there by the flag. And on the back there's a pen scribble, but that's $9. Regularly $15. This is the first star-spanning issue of the Omega Men, $4. Omega Men #1, $4. We'll do another Wonder Woman. This one is $12. This is Wonder Woman versus Armageddon. Wonder Woman versus Armageddon. Wonder Woman number 236. Wonder Woman 236. $12. $13, featuring the first appearance of Red Panzer, aka Helmet Striker. This is Wonder Woman 238. Wonder Woman 238. Wonder Woman, this is not a bondage cover, but it might as well be because she's in handcuffs. $8. Wonder Woman 260. Wonder Woman 260. Wonder Woman in handcuffs because those would stop her. And this is a $10 book. Wonder Woman 262. Wonder Woman versus the Street Warriors. $5. This is a newsstand edition, part of Secret Wars 2. Cloak and Dagger #4, featuring the Beyonder. X-Men and the Micronauts. This is a newsstand edition, X-Men and the Micronauts #2, $5. X-Men and the Micronauts #3, $7. It's another newsstand edition. And X-Men and the Micronauts #4, Dark Xavier, $5 book. Again, newsstand edition. What up, Elvis? Is that the book with Red Panzer, the last issue of the Earth 2 stories? I don't believe it is. That is the first Red Panzer there, TJ. Bob's, they will only stop her because she lets them. They wouldn't stop her if she didn't want them to. Like, let's be real. It's Wonder Woman, man. How about the Omega Men #2 for $4? Omega Men #2, $4. And one more Wonder Woman. Hera, help me defeat these 3 assassins before it's too late. I don't understand. But this is Wonder Woman 268. It's a $15 book. First appearance of Lumberjack. First appearance of Lumberjack. Weird War Tales #66, $10. Weird War Tales 66 is $10. This is a Joe Kubert cover. $20. Worlds Unknown. This has got the Arena story by Jerry Conway and John Buscema, and a reprint of a Golden Age story called Lost One World. Worlds Unknown #4. What up, Leonard? $8. Direct market edition of World's Finest #300. World's Finest 300, $8. How about World's Finest #261? This is a dollar comic DC supersized dollar comic World's Finest 261 with Batman and Superman in it. It's $10. Captain America and Falcon, The Trial of the Falcon. This is a fine minus copy for $5. What if Captain America were revived today, part 2? Well, this is what if number 68. What if Captain America were revived today, part 2? $5. Captain America and the Falcon side by side with the X-Men. This book is beat. Good, very good condition. First appearance of the number 13. X-Men appear in Captain America 173. $5. Captain America and Falcon number 167. Ashes to Ashes. $20. What if Nova had been 4 other people, featuring the Fantastic Four, Peter Parker, and Dr. Doom? What if number 15? This book would press up nice if you got it pressed. What if number 15? All right. Let's go Silver Age. Creatures on the Loose number 12. It's $25. Creatures on the Loose number 12. I was captured by Gorilla. $25. I'm relatively sure this is just when Stan Lee would like make sounds while he was eating his lunch, and then they'd have to write a book about him. Because this is Creatures on the Loose number 11. Moomba is here. I said that was $13. $13. It's got a little bit of junk on the cover there, but $13 for Silver Age Creatures on the Loose. Creatures on the Loose number 33, featuring Thongor, Warrior of Lost Lumeria. Monster Man Strikes. $8. $8 for Creatures on the Loose. 22. Again, if you like Marvel creatures, there's some killer ones right there. He can't be a werewolf by day. He has to be a werewolf by night. This is a sought-after one because it's the first Silver Surfer value stamp. In Werewolf by Night 23. You also have Who Will Fire the Silver Bullet for a Werewolf. Man into Wolf Beneath the Full Moon. All of those classic Werewolf by Night tropes in this one for $30. Werewolf by Night. Beastman versus Iron Man. Can the victor prevent the birth of a monster? Werewolf by Night 42. $20. We have more Creatures on the Loose and more Werewolf by Night, which is cool. Creatures on the Loose, number 24, featuring Thongor. This one has, like, legally differentiated from Red Sonja and Conan in it. 24 is $10. For $15, Creatures on the Loose number 29. This one is in gorgeous condition for its age. Creatures on the Loose number 26. It's $20 or $15. Also $15, Creatures on the Loose number 29. Day of the Dragon Kings. Is this Thongor's final battle? No, but it's close because this series comes to an end not long after this. So that's Creatures on the Loose 29 for $15. This is a Marvel War story. It's $10. War is Hell, starring Sergeant Fury. $7. War is Hell number 7 is $10. Sorry. War is Hell starring Sergeant Fury for $10. This is a $25 Werewolf by Night. The Tri-Animan lives. And before his incredible power, Iron Man and the werewolf may die. So that's Werewolf by Night 43. Is $25. Two copies of this. They are in different conditions. We talked about a different version of this character, a different version of a character with this name. We have a $20 one and a $10 one. They're in different conditions. But this is Claw the Unconquered. Claw the Unconquered from DC. Claw the Unconquered, number 1. This is David Michelinie wrote it under the pseudonym Barry Jameson, and Ernesto Ernie Chan drew it under the pen name Ernie Chua. So first appearance of Claw, again, we have a 20 and a 10 if you're into the Claw. Creatures on the Loose, number 37, featuring Manwolf. Frenzy of Fireball. $7. Creatures on the Loose with Manwolf. Okay. Do I have X-Men fans here? Do I have anybody who's an X-Men stan who really likes the X-Men's? Because, like, if you love the X-Men, you're going to definitely need this one. These are 10. I have 2 copies. They're $10 each. They're in exactly the same condition. They're both gorgeous. They are both direct market editions. Hiya, kids. What's yellow and black and don't breathe no more? This is Obnoxio the Clown versus the X-Men. Number 1. If you can come up with a riddle, I will give you $5 off this book. If you can answer the riddle, hey kids, what's yellow and black and don't breathe no more? Obnoxio the Clown versus the X-Men. Number 1, those are $10. I will give you $5 off if you can solve the riddle. Okay. On my show that I do on Fridays, the FOC show, we had Dr. Christy Blanche on yesterday talking about her book, The Damnation of Charlie Wormwood. But every time I see this character, I think about the way she talked about him on her sales show. Not Wolverine on Ice, Unknown. It's not Wolverine on Ice. So here's Dr. Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts, a.k.a. Doctor Strange, number 16. Trapped in between the devil and the dead. To save the woman he loves, the Sorcerer Supreme must voyage to the land beyond the living. Mephisto appears. It's a $10 book. Doctor Strange, number 16, is $10. We have Doctor Strange, number 26, is $10. Is it in-betweener cameo? A dead bee is also incorrect, but closer, Elvis. Doctor Strange, number 30, first appearance of the Dweller in Darkness. $20. And Doctor Strange, number 30, The Gathering of Fear. Doctor Strange, number 31, co-starring the Savage Submariner, or Submariner, if you're a normal person. $5. Doctor Strange, number 42. This is a newsstand edition. This is a $10 copy. This is a $10 Doctor Strange, number 42. Doctor Strange number 47, newsstand edition, and this is another book that could use a press and would clean up very nicely. $8. This is Doctor Strange Battles Icon, Lord of Illusions. Doctor Strange number 47. Doctor Strange number 74, and now The Beyonder. This is a direct market edition of Doctor Strange number 47. $7. Okay. I have more keys, but they're not bagged and boarded, so we're going to hold on them for now. Not going to show them to you until I get them bagged and boarded. So, again, this was a collection that this guy didn't bag and board his books, and I don't understand why. But, well, I do understand why, but like, you know, that doesn't make it right. Anyway. So let's go back to doing dollar books while I show you some of what will be on my show on tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern. Captain America 193 will be on the show tomorrow. It's the Mad Bomb. Ooh, here you go. Again, this is beat, but it's still worth a lot of money beat. This is Brave and the Bold. Number 31 presents Cave Carson Adventures Inside Earth. First appearance of Cave Carson. That'll be on my show tomorrow night. How about Marvel Chillers featuring Mordred the Mystic? That'll be on the show tomorrow night. All kinds of cool Silver Age keys tomorrow night on the show. That's tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, 7 Pacific, or 7 Central. I think Torma will be joining me, Michael Torma, who's a kind of a legendary retailer. He'll be joining me as my co-host. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Jay is off.
What's Torma up to these days? Wasn't he at Onrie Press?
He's working at Onrie Press, but he's still doing some retail stuff here and there. He and I did the show for Dreamers and Make Believers on Monday.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Give him my best.
I will, absolutely. All right, this is a Mike Grell cover for $1. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, number 246 for $1. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes, number 247. Gene Staten, Dick Giordano cover for $1. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes 251. Omega has the power to destroy the universe, and we must stop him. 251 for $1. Superboy and Legion of Superheroes. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes 255. The Boy of Steel races to the future, plus more stuff. And this book has definitely seen better days, which is why it's only $1. Secrets never before revealed in This Is Your Life and the Death Brainiac 5. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes 256. Just $1. All right, let's do some detective. We have some detective here. Like Detective Comics starring Batman 521. Now in every issue, Green Arrow and Batman. Because, of course, there is. It's $1. All right, guys, we got about 10 minutes left. I'm starting to cover up the keys. So we're back to dollar books. If you want them, just claim them. They're only $1. Mike W. Barr, Alan Davis, Paul Neary. Matt Wagner's Demon is coming soon, but not yet. This is a Joker story. And Detective Comics 569. Detective 569. for just $1. Everybody has this cover. Blind Justice, Part 2 of 3 by Sam Hamm, Dennis Cowan, and Dick Giordano. But very few people will sell it to you for $1. Detective $5.99. Here's another one that you see a lot. Alan Grant, Norm Brayfogle, Steve Mitchell. But you see this book a lot on these live shows. Sometimes they're missing the mini poster. This one is not, but it's still only $1. Detective Comics 604, Mud Pack Part 1. Okay. Onrie, should I show for the last 10 minutes Conan the O'Brien, a.k.a. Conan the Barbarian?
Yep.
Or Superman's?
I think Conan.
All right, we'll do a bunch of sword and sorcery then in the last 10 minutes.
I think Conan is. And they're all going for $1?
All $1.
Yeah, I would totally do that.
Oh, hey, I found the book I was looking for earlier when I had all of those Predators. This is Dark Horse Comics number 3. Dark Horse Comics number 3. This would go on to become Dark Horse Presents. But at this time, it was still Dark Horse Comics number 3, featuring the Xenomorph, a.k.a. the Alien. Dark Horse Comics Presents number 3 for $1. All right. So let's start with some low number Conans, shall we? This is Conan the O'Brien, number 42. Conan the O'Brien, number 42, is $1. Conan, number 50. The Dweller in the Pool. Every Conan cover in this era has a lady making that face. Between the Shadow and Scorpion. Conan number 55. Then we jump to Conan number 56, The Thing from the Tower. The first and still the greatest sword and sorcery hero of all, Conan the O'Brien, number 56.
I like that Conan the O'Brien. I'm probably going to steal that.
I will tell you the story of why I called them Conan the O'Brien here in just a second. Conan the O'Brien, Conan the Barbarian, number 60, Riders of the River Dragons. That's a crocodile, man. Don't tell me that's a dragon. Riders of a crocodile. Anyway. So when I first started doing live shows back in 2017, I can't believe I've been doing this almost a decade now. Selling live on the internet like this. But back in 2017, I had a guy who worked for me named Alex. Alex was my operations manager. He was in the store almost as often as I was. He worked really hard. He was a great dude. But when we first started doing live shows, we were doing a run of Conan. And he goes, Kyle, somebody claimed that Conan the O'Brien. And it just sort of stuck. And when Alex passed away in September of last year.
Sorry to hear that.
He had fought kidney failure and a whole bunch of other things, and then died of long COVID. And so now whenever I sell Conan, I have to call him Conan the O'Brien. So Conan the O'Brien 66 for $1. The ads on the back of these are for a truly disturbing movie starring Richard Harris.
Oh, you got to claim
Charlotte Rampling. What's up?
From Nick.
Nick is going to claim all the Conans. That's great. Nick, I also have some stuff that you had claimed a long time ago that you'll now have enough to finally ship out. So score. All right. Do you want all the Conans on the board, or do you want me to go through all the Conans I have? because I got a bunch. Anyway, so here's Conan 78, co-starring Red Sonja. So I'll set that one down, and I'll pull all the Conans off the board that are here. Okay. So then, Nick, if you want to claim all the Conans I have, that would be an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. I got more to count. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Okay, so you just want what's on the board. You got it, man. So I So that winds up being like 2, 4, 6, 7 Conans on the board. And again, there are 28 more Conan the Barbarians. Plus I have Conan the King, King Conan, and some annuals if you're into all of it. So there would be a total of 28, 30, 32, 34, 35. So there's 35 more Conan the Barbarian books here, Nick. I would let you have all of these for another 8, let's call it $12. So you get 8 and whatever these, however many of these there are, for $20. Let me know. All right. Meanwhile, while I give Nick some time on that, Red Sonja, the She-Devil with a Sword, Angels from Hell, number 10. Red Sonja, number 10. Red Sonja and the She-Devil with a Sword against Swords Against Skaranos, number 13. And Red Sonja, She-Devil with a Sword. Welcome, Swordswoman, to the River of Dead. 14. All right. Got about a minute left. Miss Jen King will be live tonight on Comic Book Shopping Network with the Mark Jewelers show. You got it, Nick. There's a ton of stuff from that era right there, man. So you do all right. Okay. So tonight on CBSN at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, Miss Jen will be live on CBSN with her Mark Jewelers show. I will be live tomorrow night at 8 Eastern, 7 Central, doing the keys from this run. So all the keys you've seen plus more that are going to get bagged and boarded and processed tonight.
You all right?
My head is unlevel.
Yeah. And
I don't like looking at myself. It messes me up.
And I'll be back on Tuesday on the experience.
Right.
At 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. Sorry to cut you off, Kyle.
No, you're good. That was what I was going to say. And then Onrie is, what is your schedule next week?
As of right now, experience show 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Mountain Time, 10 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday. And at some point next week on my channel, I haven't decided what day yet, but we'll be doing 2 live sales next week. Next week I could get it taxes done. And then I actually got to make the comics. So there's a lot going on next week. But I will be on the air twice. Haven't decided what I'm going to do yet, but rest assured I will be here with you guys, and I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, thanks for putting this together, Kyle. This was fun.
Yeah, no problem. Guys, just be watching the EXP socials. I may be live tomorrow processing books and just doing a hangout because tomorrow it's supposed to blizzard here. We'll just see. We're going to be around. We're going to be making content. We're going to be talking about comic books all weekend here on the EXP. But stay tuned tonight to Miss Jen over on CBSN. I will be live tomorrow at 8 for sure. And then Monday on the EXP, we have Comic Collectibles with Rex, as well as Best Coast Comics. Then on Tuesday, we have Comic Industry Insiders Live, Tuesday at 2 Eastern. Then we have Writer versus Artist with Rich Davis, Tuesday at 5 Eastern. Then at 7, we have Minute to Skim It with Miss Jen. And tomorrow's Comics Tuesday on Tuesday, which is also available on CBSN with Miss Jen. And then Onrie's back, where he does his thing. Tuesday nights, 10 o'clock Eastern. Then Wednesday, Comic Collectibles with Rex. And if all goes according to plan, I have that call when I get off of this show. We will have a new show here on The Experience Wednesday night at 9. Brand new show. At least new to us. Not new to everybody, but new to us. Wednesday night at 9. And then Thursday, we will have What's in the Box with Miss Jen, the Geek Chat, and Sketch Up with Mel and Mog. Then Friday, Matthias and I will be back with the FOC show. Order up the FOC show here on the EXP, followed by at 7 o'clock Eastern, Nick's original art show, the Original Art Experience. He sent me some of his covers that he's going to be selling. They're incredible. Then Nancy McCann live from Friday Night Live from Comics Unlimited, Friday night at 9 here on the EXP. So make sure you tune in for all of the things. Follow our social media, and you'll find out more.
See y'all later, guys. Have a good weekend. Stay warm.
See yous. All right.